Welcome to A Hunter's Guide. This week we cover some of the fae folk, fairies, and pixies. Very similar, but oh so different. And if they allow you to see them, your world may never be the same. But first, what is up, my brother? Tell me about your week.
Bro, I hurt everywhere, and I'm pretty sure I have a bruise on my gooch.
How? On your gooch?
On my gooch.
But how?
I have no idea. I swear to God, I didn't credit card myself or anything. It just...
Who hurt you?
Dad? Dude, I was so happy this morning, though. Fucking looked at my phone and opened up my bank account, and I was like, I got paid. It's the most satisfying feeling ever.
It is. I'll know that soon enough.
You don't have direct deposit, so you have to keep taking a picture of your check and waiting for it to fucking clear.
It'll go through on Monday or Tuesday. But for now, I have $30.
I mean, honestly, if you spend it right, you can make $30 last like
if I spend
5
it right,
days.
I just won't spend it.
Well, I mean, then there's that. Yeah, don't go out and blow it on retarded shit.
No, I'm a cheap whore when I need to be.
Yeah. I mean, I had to get fucking windshield wiper fluid and Freon because my car is out of both. Fuck!
Yeah, my week consisted of going hella south to several schools in Savannah, then up to all the way to fucking Asheville, North Carolina. Fuck around up there, and I feel like something tried to rock my shit. I was telling you about that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened. But also, that Native American healer that I was talking about in a previous episode, she randomly hit me up at the same time.
Word?
Yeah, word.
The fuck?
She was. I mean, it was weird. She just wanted to catch up.
Are you sure she just wanted to catch up, or did she want the dick?
I mean, she lives all the way in fucking, Oklahoma.
That doesn't mean she doesn't want a dick.
Also, her story said she had a boyfriend.
That still doesn't mean... No, don't cheat. Shit's fucked up.
No, I will fucking castrate you myself for cheating. No, but it was just
don't
weird
castrate
timing.
Me.
You cheat? You cheating on me, boy?
Yes, I'm doing a podcast on the side with two of the Olsen twins.
What? Without me?
Oh my god. Shut the fuck up, you whiny baby.
Oh, yeah, but no, it was just super weird timing, because, on one hand, I was randomly suddenly getting, attacked by something psychic, I assume.
More than likely, yeah.
And it's happened every time I've been in the city, so I assume something's just really territorial. I mean,
in Savannah?
No, in Asheville.
Oh, dude. Tennessee's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but... Oh, yeah, well... Tennessee, North Carolina, they're both fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
So South Carolina.
It's already a weird fucking place already. But it was just a really weird time because she was trying to catch up, mostly about magic, honestly.
Huh.
So. And
she lives in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, where the wind goes sweeping down the plains.
Occasionally I do still wish I did stay over there, but at the same time, I realized how bored I would have been.
You think? What the hell is there to do in Oklahoma?
Nothing, because I did everything the first day.
It'd be like going to Texas and being like, why is it so hot? And then everybody that lives there, oh, it's a dry heat. Fuck you!
But it is a dry heat.
It's always 100 fucking degrees there, man.
Yeah, but it feels different when it's dry. It's not like here where 70 degrees can feel
They're in a fucking desert. You expect it to be anything else?
No, I'm saying dry heat's way better than a wet heat.
No,
here.
Extreme humidity.
Yeah, humidity is murder. That's all I'm saying.
Humidity is definitely murder.
And as I told you, Friday was a fucking mess.
Oh, yeah. You had to deal with dipshit.
Yeah. I was supposed to go with me and my coworker, but he ended up having to, go to the dentist in the morning, so he planned for my boss's son-in-law to join me, and then he would join after. But then suddenly he was going to surgery, so for the first 2 hours I was by myself, which, you know, is fine, but it's a lot of up and down,
Right,
fucking
yeah.
tiring. And then the boss's son, he's so fucking anal and tentative about everything. It just slowed us down. I should have been done by 1. It ended up being like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then the fucking coworker never showed up because he had to go into surgery, so he was drugged up half the day.
Half the day? Probably all day.
No, because he started texting normal again around 3.
He started texting normal again.
Listen, I have text
That's how you
messages.
knew he was back.
Right after surgery, it was just...
I can't find my camel remote. Your what? My camel remote. What the fuck is a camel remote?
And then, you know, ended the week with, earlier today, spending $500 on plane tickets, and then another $100 on tires after already spending $500 on my tires. Life's great.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Life's awesome.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the moral of this story is, we might murder.
So, enter our Patreon and...
We need to buy bullets.
We need help.
Mental and physically.
All of it.
I'd like to talk to my doctor, please.
I'd like to talk to my Owen manager, who's in charge of here.
I'd like to speak to a supervisor. Fuck off.
It's like when I look in a mirror, I need an adult. I'm not an adult.
I am an adult.
This doesn't count.
Why does it want to hurt me?
Okay, so let's get into it. Fairy folk. Let's go.
And we're not talking like Tinkerbell from fucking Peter Pan.
No. She's way too sexy for our content.
Sexy? Dude, she's like the size of my pinky, you fucking weirdo.
She's 3 times the size of my dick. It's okay.
Wow, that explains so much of why you can't get laid.
Wow. Okay. See how it is there.
Everybody. Oh no, don't you dare shine that fucking light on. Oh god, it's like a goddamn microwave.
Fuck you.
Turn it off.
No.
Turn it off.
Feel the heat.
I'm allergic to light.
And yet I'm the one who sits in the dark.
Yeah, you sit in the dark all the fucking time.
It's nice.
And moving on.
So, a fairy is a being originating in Europe folklore. It's usually described as metaphysical, supernatural, or preternatural. The fae in general are usually skepticized to be linked to alien encounters, but that's a whole nother thing.
Jesus Christ, that's like another fucking 4 hours.
Like, I don't believe most of it, so it's like, I don't...
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, don't get me wrong, they do fuck around with alien shit just to fuck with people, but they don't do everything alien. They're their own thing.
Yeah, they don't walk around and decide, I think I'm gonna probe that guy's asshole.
Well, you know.
How much can you learn from a fart?
A lot.
No.
Well, alright,
No.
give me a second. I'll teach you.
No, we are
right now.
not,
Here
we
you
are
go,
not
here you
about,
go.
no.
Open up.
No. You better put that shit away.
So, myths and stories don't actually have an origin when it comes to fairies, but actually come from a collection of many different countries' beliefs. Various folk theories about the origins of fairies include casting them as their demoted angels or demons in a Christian tradition, as deities in pagan belief systems, as spirits for the dead, as prehistoric precursors to humans, or as spirits of nature. I mean, no one really knows where they come from when it comes to most religions, but in actuality they usually come from their own little, like, world.
Yeah, I don't really understand that part about them being worshipped as deities by pagans. I'm pagan and I've never heard of that shit. I mean, I understand.
I don't think they're worshipped.
We all the pagans that I know, we treat them as, nature spirits.
Yeah, no, I don't...
That's pretty much it.
No, they're,
I don't remember anybody mentioning to me or me learning about them being deities.
I guess it's as much of a deity as, fucking Hermes. He's just a messenger boy.
Yeah.
I mean...
Glorified errand boy?
Yeah, just like, yeah, I'm gonna pray to the mailman.
you pray to the mailman and he shows up at your door with like a roll of stamps.
Well, it's better than the last. It's better than the last one. Okay, the milkman gave me a brother. I didn't like that shit.
Oh. And we're going to commercial break.
The label of fairy has at times applied only to specific magical creatures with human appearance, magical powers, and a penchant for trickery. At other times, it has been used to describe any magical creature, such as goblins and gnomes. Fairy has at times been used as an adjective with a meaning equivalent to enchanted or magical. It is also used as a name for the place these beings come from, the land of fairy.
Well, I know of fairies who both have wings, and there are others that don't, but they're still able to fly. I guess it has something to do with like the magic that is radiating around them that makes them able to do that.
Yeah, I've seen Peter Pan.
No, it's not pixie dust.
Sure.
Not that kind of pixie dust, goddamn. Nobody does. No. If somebody offers you pixie dust, don't do it. You will fucking die.
What if I just sprinkle it in my hair?
It's still not a good idea.
What, dangerous?
Yeah.
Okay.
You really want pixie dust to fall out of your hair onto your food?
Ah, dude, just fucking headbang.
Projectile vomiting.
Oh, no. Just fucking put it all in my hair and then start headbanging at a concert.
Oh, you are such a tool. But I mean, I've also heard of some fairies, the way they look. Some are more. They look more like they come from nature, and there are others that look more like Tinkerbell from fucking Peter Pan. They look more human.
Yeah. It seems like just like many species of just regular animals, depending where they come from and certain abilities of their own, they adapt to look very different or have different abilities.
Yeah, I think it's just like the factors and the circumstances and the location of where they were born, how they came to be, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and even in modern depictions, when they show pictures of a fairy kind of city, as you will, there's ones with completely different jobs that atone for their very different abilities. So You got the gardeners, you got the cooks, you got the fucking shoe fucking fixer uppers,
cobbler.
Yeah, you got all different kinds. I mean, different skills, different fucking jobs, right?
Well, yeah, every society kind of has that. Mainly the bigger, more well-established ones, but even with fairies and pixies, there is some hierarchy structure, I guess. I don't know. I've never really had to deal with fairies or pixies.
From what I can tell, their hierarchy is mostly based off of age.
So it's the older you are, the more power you have?
Not necessarily more power, but just wiser, I guess. I'm not really sure.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, old man wisdom and all.
And they already live a good while.
Yeah, they do. They live
Fairies live a long time. Pixies, on the other hand, don't.
I can't remember exactly how long fairies are able to live.
I mean, not really many natural predators.
No, not really.
Unless you count a witch looking for fairy wings or some shit.
I wouldn't count that as a natural predator, more like a...
It's the most natural
ambassador
you'll get.
of enslavement, I guess.
It's not really enslavement. It's just kind of like when a little kid grabs a dragonfly, rips its wings off, and then just lets it free as if, it's going to survive out there.
Oh, so a dickhead.
Yeah, it's a dickhead.
Everything's a dickhead.
You're a dickhead.
Yes, I am.
Fairies were also sometimes thought to haunt specific locations and to lead travelers astray using will-o'-the-wisps. Before the advent of modern medicine, fairies were often blamed for sickness, particularly tuberculosis and birth deformities. In addition to their folkloric origins, fairies were a common feature of Renaissance literature and Romantic art, and were especially popular in the United Kingdom during the Victorian and Edwardian eras. I've never heard of Edwardian era.
I haven't either.
The Celtic rival also saw fairies established as a canonical part of Celtic cultural heritage.
Celtic. For the love of God, if you say Celtic one more time, I'm gonna kill you. It's Celtic.
We all have different fucking accents.
It's
for different
Celtic.
Countries.
The Boston Celtics are the Boston Celtics, but these dumb fucks don't know how to pronounce words.
And you call France France?
That's how it's pronounced.
I've never once heard you say it properly.
When was the last time you heard me say France?
Just now. Bitch.
France.
I'm just saying, every country is said in a different accent by everybody else. No one's gonna be happy. You just have to deal.
It's like going to Canada and mispronouncing something, and they're like, "Hey, Pally, you said it wrong."
No, it's more of just like, hey, sorry about this, but,
Hey, sorry about this, Pally.
but can I teach you something?
Still, one people I will never understand is the French Canadians.
Yeah. You just said it again, bitch.
That's how you say French. French.
Not to the French.
Well, the French are fucking weird.
So
no,
is
they're not.
Every group of people.
Yeah, you are too.
Am I even a person at this point?
Kind of.
No,
Depends. It's like 50-50.
It's like 1 out of 20.
1 out of 20? Where the fuck did that statistic come from?
Listen, the risk was calculated, but I'm terrible at math.
The risk was... Where'd you calculate it? On a fucking...
I had a trombone.
Old-style accountant calculator where it had the long roll of paper and you had to go ching.
No, I just kind of threw coins at a dartboard and see where they landed.
I mean, that's an interesting way to do it, I guess. Kind of a dumb way, but okay.
Again, the risk was calculated, but I'm bad at math.
You think?
Fairies are generally described as human in appearance and have magical powers. Diminutive fairies of various kinds have been reported through centuries, ranging from quiet, tiny to the size of a human. These small sizes could be magically assumed rather than constant. Some smaller fairies could expand their figures to imitate humans. On Orkney, I guess?
Orkney?
Orkney.
Yeah.
On Orkney, fairies were described as short in stature, dressed in dark gray, and sometimes seen in armor. In some folklore, fairies have green eyes, and that's pretty much just it. Some depictions of fairies show them with footwear, others as barefoot. Wings, while common in Victorian and later artworks, are rare in folklore. Fairies flew by means of magic, sometimes perched on ragwort stems or the backs of birds. Modern illustrations often include dragonfly or butterfly wings.
See, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they have dragonfly or butterfly wings?
They're pretty.
It's so goddamn... It's such a stereotypical thing.
Yeah.
Let's take this and make it beautiful.
I mean, yeah.
Why not just leave it the way it is?
It's like, okay, unicorns in lore or unicorns in modern view versus in what's the movie, Cabin in the Woods or something? No, not Cabin in the Woods. No, it is Cabin in the Woods. where they like
Cabin
unleash
in
the
the Woods is
the
so
fucking
funny.
monsters,
Yeah.
and the fucking unicorn is like, oh wow, it's beautiful, and then fangs.
Ah! It's a vampire unicorn.
Oh my god, kinky motherfucker!
It's a vamp corn.
It's corn on the cob.
Oh.
Much folklore of fairies involve methods of protecting oneself from their malice by means such as cold iron, charms of Roman trees or various herbs, or simply shunning locations known to be theirs, ergo avoiding offending any fairies. Less harmful pranks ascribed to fairies include tangling the hair of sleepers into fairy locks, aka elf locks, stealing small items, and leading a traveler astray. More dangerous behaviors were also attributed to fairies. Any form of sudden death might have stemmed from a fairy kidnapping, the evident corpse of a magical replica of wood. Consumption, otherwise known as tuberculosis, was sometimes blamed on fairies who forced young men and women to dance at revels every night, causing them to waste away from lack of rest. Rowan trees were considered sacred to fairies, and a charm tree to protect one's home. In Scottish folklore, fairies are divided into the Seelie court, more beneficently inclined but still dangerous, and the Unseelie court, more malicious. While fairies of the Seelie court enjoyed playing generally harmless pranks on humans, those of the Unseelie court often brought harm to humans for entertainment. Both could be dangerous to humans if offended, like pretty much anything bigger than a mouse.
Sounds about right. Hey guys, I just learned this new trick. You mind if I test it out on your foot? No. Kinda need that foot.
Oh, what about the other one?
I need both feet, goddammit.
I'll get you a fake.
I am not being peg leg.
Please? It'd
No.
be funny.
I don't care how funny it is, I'm not getting a goddamn peg leg.
Do it for the Vine.
I fucking hate Vine and TikTok.
And it hates you. Trooping fairies refers to those who appear in groups and might form settlements, as opposed to solitary fairies, who do not live or associate with others of their kind. In this context, the term fairy is usually held in a wider sense, including various similar beings such as dwarves and elves or of Germanic folklore. In terms of protective charms, wearing clothing inside out, church bells, St. John's wort, and four-leaf clovers are regarded as effective. In Newfoundland folklore, the most popular type of fairy protection is bread, varying from stale bread. Hold on. Shit. I scrolled a little bit and it went to the side.
God damn it.
Fairy protection is bread, varying from stale bread to a hard tack or a slice of fresh homemade bread. Bread is associated with the home and the hearth, as well as with industry and the taming of nature, and as such seems to be disliked by some types of fairies. On the other hand, in much of the Celtic folklore, baked goods are... I'm waiting for you to hit me. Baked goods are a traditional offering to the folk, as are cream and butter. The prototype of food, and therefore a symbol of life, bread was one of the commonest protections against fairies before going out into a fairy-haunted place. It was customary to put a piece of dry bread in one's pocket. In a country, Wexford, Ireland, in 1882, it was reported that if an infant is carried out after dark, a piece of bread is wrapped in its bib or dress, and this protects it from any witchcraft or evil. Imagine bread saving your life like that.
Not something I'd expect to save my life, but I mean, I'd be okay with it.
Do you think that's where the fucking Hansel and Gretel breadcrumb thing comes from?
Possibly.
I mean, they had bread for a reason, right?
Yeah, but their stepmother didn't know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Bells also have an ambiguous role. While they protect against fairies, the fairies riding on horseback, such as the Fairy Queen, often have bells on their harness. This may be distinguished trait between the Seelie court from the unseelie court, such as the fairies use them to protect themselves from more wicked members of their race. Other ambiguous piece of folklore revolves about poultry. A cock's crow drove away fairies, but other tales recount fairies keeping poultry. Threw me off when I saw cock. I'm just saying.
Oh my god, it's a kick. Kick.
While many fairies will confuse travelers on the path, the will-o-wisp can be avoided by not following it. Just don't follow it. Simple as that.
What is so hard about that? If you see a dark figure walk into an alley, don't follow it.
Well, I mean, you got the will-o-wisp that you have the chance to change your fate. All that bullshit.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you now have to give that fucking warning just because of the fucking movie. If you see a will-o-wisp now, you're gonna think Brave.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just gonna be standing there like,
What the fuck? What is that thing?
This isn't what they told me.
Do you think those are the orbs that people pick thinking they're spirits? Occasionally, it has to be, right?
Occasionally, yeah. It would need to be.
It would make more sense.
Yeah, it would.
Certain locations known to be haunts of fairies. It's weird that they say haunted by fairies. Are to be avoided. C.S. Lewis reported hearing of a cottage more feared for its report fairies than its reported ghost. In particular, digging in hairy hills was unwise. Paths that the fairies travel are also wise to avoid. Homeowners have knocked corners from houses because the corner blocked the fairy path. The cottages have been built with the front and the back doors in line so that the owners could, in need, leave them both open and let the fairies troop through all night. That would be really annoying to just have to leave your doors open.
Yeah.
Locations such as fairy forts were left undisturbed. Even cutting brush on fairy forts was reputed to be the death of those who performed the act. Fairy trees such as thorn trees were dangerous to chop down. One such tree was left alone in Scotland, though it prevented a road from being widened for several years. That's a lot of power from a tiny little being.
Oh yeah. It's fucking crazy. It's like compacting Hulk.
Yeah.
And
they have an army.
Oh God. That's worse than most of the shit America tried to come up with.
Just like, we have an army. We have a Hulk. We have an army of Hulk. Okay, you win. You win. Alright, fuck it. You win.
Yeah, no regular army wants to fucking fight the Hulk.
Yeah.
They'll be like, are we dead yet? Are we dead? Are we injured yet? Are we dead yet?
Like, how would the Hulk handle an army of Hulks? I don't think he could.
You sure?
Like an actual army of just other Hulks. Like, just all him. Same power and everything.
Yeah, I mean, if it's another version of him, probably not.
I mean, he can destroy an Earth with a single punch, but if there's an army of all the same people as strong as him, it's gonna take a couple more punches.
It's gonna take more than just a couple.
And what if they all punch at the same time?
I don't know. Does it cancel out, maybe? Like, dude.
No, I'm imagining it's just like super fucking Nova.
I mean, I imagine it is like super fucking intense.
I'm just imagining like if one punch destroys the Earth, if they all punch the same direction at the same time, it's just a time warp.
Ooh. Yeah, but that would roast the planet.
I mean, you're going back.
What?
Hopefully. Maybe you're going forward and then you're just fucked.
Then why would... God damn it.
Just like, destroy the Earth, goes to the future. Oh, there's no Earth here.
I give up trying to fucking understand this shit.
Other actions were believed to offend fairies. Brownies were known to be driven off by being given clothing, though some folk tales recounted that they were often by the inferior quality of the garments given, and others merely stated it. Some even recounted that the brownies were delighted with the gift and left with it. Other brownies left households or farms because they heard a complaint or a compliment. I don't like being complimented. I'm leaving. People who saw the fairies were advised not to look closely because they resented infringements on their privacy. That's why they walk around naked. The need to not offend them could lead to problems. One farmer found that fairies threshold his corn, but the threshing continued after all his corn was gone, and he concluded that they were stealing from his neighbors, leaving him the choice between offending them, dangerous in itself, and profiting by the theft. I cannot read today. Or any day. Just can't read.
Are you illiterate?
I'm quite illiterate.
Oh, no, wait, you're dyslexic.
I'm everything.
You're not everything.
I am everything.
You don't have everything. You don't have testicular cancer.
I got infantitis.
It's because you ain't got no testiculars.
Anymore. I got rid of the cancer. Millers were thought to be Scots to be no canny, owing to their ability to control the forces of nature, such as fire in the kiln, water in the burn, and for being able to set machinery a-whirring. Superstitious communities sometimes believed that the miller must be in league with the fairies. In Scotland, fairies were often mischievous and to be feared. No one dared to set foot in the mill or kiln at night, such as it was known that the fairies brought their corn to be milled after dark. So long as the locals believed this, the miller could sleep secure in the knowledge that his stores were not being robbed. John Fraser, the miller of Whitehill, claimed to have hidden and watched the fairies trying to unsuccessfully to work the mill. He said he decided to come out of hiding and help them, upon which one of the fairy women gave him a go-pen, double handful of meal, and told him to put it in his empty gurnal store, saying that the store would remain full for a long time no matter how much he took out. The only time this man was ever approached by a woman. Why do I keep fucking up this fucking fuck? It is also believed that to know the name of a particular fairy, a person could summon it and force it to do their bidding. The name could be used as an insult towards the fairy in question, but it could also rather contradictorily be used to grant powers and gifts to the user. Before the advent of modern medicine, many physiological conditions were untreatable, and when children were born with abnormalities, it was common to blame the fairies. Wow.
This gay. So he literally was just like, you know what? You go do all the fighting. I'm just gonna take the glory.
Yeah. You look like you're asleep.
I'm super tired.
Okay.
I apologize.
You're good. You want some of this beer?
Sure.
Okay. Alright, so I've got a couple stories, just one or two, for the fairies at least. The first one. It was a summer evening in 2005 when a man identified only as JF claimed that he and his girlfriend were part of a group visiting a friend's house in Chicora, Pennsylvania. The house was in a thickly wooded area, and they had watched the sunset from the back deck of the house. They continued to chat and hang out as the night grew darker and cooler, the deck lit by a single spotlight. Then they heard a noise in the potted plants near the spotlight, and everyone turned to look at something shot into the air from the pots. The creature was about 12 inches tall. It appeared to have a human head with long pointy ears and something wrapped around its body. It paused for a moment in midair, just between the spotlight and the people. Then its wings opened, unwrapping from around the apparently female being's body. The wings were bat-like in that they appeared to be a membrane stretching from her fingers to her toes, and the veins could be seen where the spotlight was shining through. But in overall shape, the wings resembled a butterfly. The whole little... fuck, I'm like choking on like hot Cheeto.
Yeah, I can tell. You're like... little spicy, is it?
It is very. My eyes are watering. Just because it's in my windpipe.
Shucks for you.
Does suck for me. But in overall shape, the wings resembled a butterfly. The whole little being seemed to lightly glow with a greenish light. After hanging in space for a moment, the little being fluttered across the deck like a butterfly over the heads of the group and off into the dark woods. The only words that the group could agree to call the strange creature was, not surprisingly, a fairy. Pixies. Second story. In May of 1977, issue of Fate, an American magazine devoted to stories of odd events, printed a letter from Cynthia Montefiore. She's got a weird name. Just gonna say that.
Montefiore?
Fiore. I don't know. Describing two strange things that she saw at her mother's home in Somerset, England. One day, Montefiore was in the garden with her mother, who was showing her how to take cutting from a rose tree. They were standing on opposite sides of a rose tree when her mother suddenly put a finger to her lips to indicate that they should be quiet. Then she pointed to one of the blooms. There, plain to see, was a 15 centimeter tall, or 6 inches, woman with beautiful wings like those of a dragonfly. She was pale pink with long silvery hair and was pointing a small wand with glowing tip at the center of the flower. The two women watched this little being for about 2 minutes as her wings beat like hummingbirds, and she continued to point her wand. Then she simply disappeared. Needless to say, both women forgot to finish the lesson on the rose cuttings. Later, Montefiore...
I left before my training ended, but I'm still good.
Later, Montefiore was sitting under a tree in the same garden reading a book when she noticed something moving in front of her. She looked up to see what looked like a sturdily built figure in one-piece brown suit run from the lawn to a young fir tree, where it disappeared.
Hi.
Hello?
Well, hello there.
The figure was only about 18 inches tall. Montefiore jumped up to look at the fir tree, but could find nothing unusual or useful.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't that a crying shame?
The only man she ever brought home to her mother.
And you want to bring that home to your mom?
Listen, it's better than nothing she's got.
Fair point.
Now I've had a few encounters with a lot of fae folk, but none of fairies particularly. One hunter friend had a deal with a small group living close to his old home, but besides a passing wisp or shadow, I never really had any encounters. Do you have any stories of just fairies?
I don't have any stories of just fairies. I mean, there's the, there's the spirit forest in Norway, which is kind of like their safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's a few other places around the world that are like that as well. Trying to think. There's one on Hawaii. Can't remember which island. There's one in... There's one in Japan, and I think it's northern Japan. No, it's southern Japan. That's like that's more the countryside of Japan.
Yeah.
There's also, I think like 2 or 3 in Russia, which, I mean, surprises nobody. Russia is almost the entirety of 2 continents.
Yeah, no, it's huge.
It's fucking crazy, bro.
And it's not as populated as everybody would assume looking at its size.
Oh, no, dude. Like, lots of areas in Russia just have absolutely nothing.
Yeah. As anyone who tries to go over there usually is unprepared for the winters.
I hope you don't do that and you're going to Serbia, because you will quite literally freeze your dick off.
My penis.
My penis.
Speaking of, my stalker
Where
just
has
messaged
it
me again.
What?
Yeah. You remember that stalker I told you about a few weeks ago who
Jesus
proposed?
Fucking. Oh. Did they propose again?
I don't know. He just keeps asking me what's up or if I'm free or if I want to go to the beach and shit.
Just ask him, how many fingers are you gonna let me put in your butt?
He's gonna say all of them. Do you know how many times I've seen this dick by just opening my Snapchat?
I mean, you could always go... Oh, dude, you know what you could do to him? Just text him back and be like, what's your address? I have a present to send you. And go on a website, I think it's like 101poop.com.
Oh my god.
You can order different kinds of shit to ship to this dude's front door.
Dude, you would think, thanks to a Snapchat location, that he would see that I'm a state away. I'm not even in the same fucking area.
I don't think he cares, though. I just think he wants it that badly.
The man's gotta be fucking retarded. It's been like 6 years.
And he still wants the dick.
I haven't even seen him in person since like middle school.
How old was he in middle school?
I assume he's the same age. I don't really remember.
Okay. Alrighty then. And let's just
Okay,
continue.
from fairies to pixies, let's go into the troublesome other half.
Well, I mean, pixies, they might be they're the, troublesome tricksters, but they also don't live nearly as long as fairies, and
Oh, no, not at all.
majority of the time they're not as powerful either, like magic-wise.
Oh, no. Pixies are much weaker, but they just simply are much more troublesome in nature. That's pretty much it.
It's like if you get 1,000 miniature Lokis.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They think a lot less. They're more impulse.
Yeah, they're more like for any of you comic book nerds out there, they're more like the Trickster from DC. I had to think about that for a second. I'm like, is it Marvel or DC?
It's
and then
cool.
I was
I
like,
don't even know who you're talking about.
it's DC. Well, for those of you that love comics so much, Mark Hamill played him in the Flash show.
Okay.
Mark Hamill, the man that, played Luke Skywalker. After he got old and decrepit and fucked up looking, he was perfect for the voice of Joker in the animated series, and now he's perfect for a psychotic fucking weirdo.
Makes sense.
I still love Mark Hamill, but damn, that man did not age well.
But he's still such a kind soul.
Oh yeah, no, he's probably one of the coolest people that I follow on Instagram. I love his Instagram page. He just posts like a bunch of like meme-y shit. And I love it.
Yeah, he's a walking meme.
I know, and he knows it too. That's the funny part. Is
he
embraces it.
He loves it. So a pixie is a mythical creature that is very similar to a fairy. Pixies have colored hair and skin. Pixies have butterfly-like wings. These wings are not so large when compared to their body, unlike fairies whose wings are much larger in comparison to their own body.
Tinkerbell.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Pixies'
Pixies
wings are usually like very small to their body, like how you would draw like wings on your fucking back, while a fairy's is like pretty much twice their size.
So like angel wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I would draw wings on my body. I don't know how the fuck you would draw them, like chicken wings? Would you give yourself chicken wings?
Well, how the fuck would you draw giant angelic wings on your physical body? That's what
Magic marker?
Shut the fuck.
You had to fucking see that one coming, dude.
I didn't have to see shit. Fuck you, I'm blind now.
You're wearing glasses.
I stand my case. While fairies can't...
That wasn't even English!
Did it not come out as English? Fuck.
I stand my case. Really?
That's English. That's English
That
words.
is not English.
I was really scared that it came out as just fucking Romanian. Okay, so pixies are just about around 4 inches in size, while fairies are usually around like 6 to human.
Yeah. But then again, fairies can also like change their appearance at will, can't they?
Oh, I think certain ones can.
Oh, yeah.
Pixies are just simple 4-inch little gray, colorful, weird looking sickly fairies.
So there's the gay, homeless version of fairies.
Not even like a no. It's not even like a gayish color. It's just like a, you look like you fucking like have, you look like you have tuberculosis.
Oh, so it's like ER.
Yeah, yeah. You look.
They look like they just came out of the ER or are about to go in.
Oh yeah, they look bad.
Damn, son, what'd they give you? Meth.
Sounds about a pixie. Pixies do not look like humans, and pixies do not wear clothing. However, in some stories, you can see pixies in clothing. Pixies have pointed ears and wear pointed hats. When it comes to temperament, pixies are mischievous in nature and can sometimes be very rude. They pull pranks on others and spend their time getting in trouble and putting others in trouble. It is hard to tell about the gender of a pixie. Pixies can take many forms. They enjoy stealing horses to ride. Pixies are constantly fighting fairies. They thrive on nectar and pollen and have a lifespan of about 20 years. They are faster than fairies and ferocious fighters. They fight for the people whom they love and who love them, although whoever can love them clearly mistook them for a fairy.
Or something else.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they mistook them for their dildo they lost in middle school.
That would explain so much.
If that explains so much for you, you have some
not
issues.
Me. The ex.
On that note, we do need to take a commercial break because your boy got a piss. Like, hardcore, dude. I'm about to fuck.
Alright. And we're back. So where we left you was, they're allergic to silver, if you didn't know that.
So are most supernatural things.
Yeah. Silver is real bad for bad things.
Yeah. I mean, that explains why in The Witcher, the monster slaying swords is a silver sword.
Oh, yeah. I mean, silver kills a lot of things, if not at least hurts it.
Yeah. I still not sure exactly why, but, I mean, it's useful.
If I remember correctly, it's like the simple fact of certain elements are more pure or absorbent in a way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Like iron, it's a very good conduit, so when it passes through something astral, it usually will harm them by kind of taking their energy.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of that same forte.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, but I've only ever seen iron be good against like a few things, like ghosts, demons.
Again,
sometimes.
Minor things that are astral. If it's more powerful, it's
you can take very minor, but yeah.
Yeah, like that's why I say it only takes a little bit of energy. If they're a lower class demon, it's gonna take enough to where they're like, all right, I need to tap out. But if it's an upper class, you could stab him in the fucking chest with anything, and he's gonna be like, you really kidding me?
Bro, hang on, I need a 5-minute break.
Whoa!
let me catch my breath.
Some pixies are said to steal the children or to lead travelers astray. This seems to be a crossover from fairy mythology and not originally attached to pixies. In 1850, Thomas Keatley observed that much of Devon pixie mythology have been originated from fairy myth.
What is the deal with some supernatural creatures wanting babies. What? What's the fucking deal with that? Why do they want babies so badly?
Well, I know
Is it because of how they taste?
Well, for some it is the taste. Some it's the pure energy they have still, or their like newborn soul.
Oh yeah, okay.
But when it comes to like fairies and stuff, I think it's more that they're working with changelings and shit. Because that was coming up too. That was coming up a lot.
But aren't changelings the... No, that actually makes sense because in Norse mythology, I think it was the pixies that would like take your child away and replace it with a changeling.
Mm-hmm. Changelings will have its own episode. There's so much you can go off with that, and there's so many different versions as well.
Dude, there's different versions for everything.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. Just recently, I was talking to one of my friends, and the only way he knows about a lot of stuff is because he read a lot of the like Greek books in school, and he also like played The Witcher a lot. So that's pretty much how he knows most of his lore.
Dude.
But he was we were conversing about changelings recently, and we had very different origins and lore for it, so we were kind of comparing, and they were vastly different.
Yeah.
So,
it just depends on where you're learning it from and which version it is, because there are some out there that I know are not true, like some mythologies.
Oh yeah.
Because it's been changed so many times over the years.
Oh yeah, just because of like translating, just verbal history, and just the simple fact of a lot of stuff is always told hand in hand with something else with completely different skills, and they get mixed matched.
Everything can just be misinterpreted because one dude fucked it up like 100 years ago and wrote one typo. One typo.
Yeah,
one typo and just fucked it up, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll just leave it. It'll be fine."
And then every time they translate it, they change it a little bit more to fit the new translation.
Yeah.
So it changes more and more with every generation.
How the fuck is there a new translation if you've already translated it? I don't understand that. Does the translation change over the years?
Well, okay. Say you translate something from English to Japanese and then back to English. It sounds completely different.
Yeah, I know
and
what you mean.
That's without generations. That's just back and forth right now.
Mm-hmm.
So going through different generations of different accents, different
dialects,
everything.
God.
Ugh, it's a nightmare trying to like really find the origin.
Seriously.
I'm trying to remember where I was.
God damn it.
Pixies are said to reward consideration and punish neglect on the part of larger humans, for which Keatley gives examples. By their presence, they bring blessings to those who are fond of them. Pixies are drawn to horses, riding them for pleasure and making tangled ringlets in their manes of those horses they ride. They are great explorers, familiar with the caves of the ocean, the hidden sources of the streams, and the recesses of the land. Some find pixies to have a human origin or to partake of human nature, in distinction to fairies, whose mythology is traced to immaterial and malignant spirit forces. In some discussions, pixies are presented as wingless, pygmy-like creatures. However, this is probably a later assertion to the mythology.
Probably.
One British scholar stated in his belief that pixies were evidently a smaller race, and from the greater obscurity of the tales about them, I believe them to have been an earlier race. Which, every time I hear earlier race, are they saying it's a different human?
Are they saying it's aliens? Because that's what it's kind of coming out as. It sounds like he's going, yeah, no, these guys are aliens.
I mean, a lot of them are associated with aliens.
I know they are, but it doesn't mean that they are. I mean, I do believe that they're a older race, but not...
Most magical creatures are older races.
Yeah.
That's just simple fact.
Yeah. I...
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird.
We state facts to each other, and then there's nothing to say, and then it's like,
Like, I don't know. For me, I always, like, every time I read that, I think, so they're a subclass of human? How the fuck does that happen?
They must be a sub.
Oh, they're a sub. We're the dumb.
Class.
It's like a Chihuahua versus a Doberman or some shit.
No, it's like a Chihuahua versus a Golden Retriever.
No, a Chihuahua versus a bear dog.
Oh, God. No.
He just looks down like, oh, God, a flea.
Let me swat this bitch.
He just disappears in his fur like, ah!
Backhand. Where the fuck did he go?
So I've got a story or two on pixies.
Oh, God.
In 1928 issue of the Transactions of the Devonshire Association, a letter written by Miss G. Herbert told of two odd incidences. Herbert? The pervert?
I got some popsicles in the basement for you.
Popsicles?
Oh, Chris, come over here and scratch my tummy.
That's your okay.
And then go lower.
Herbert the pervert told of two odd incidences that she had experienced that she felt were evidence of fairies. In 1897, when Herbert was 7 years old and out on an afternoon walk, she spied a little man.
I'm sorry, Herbert is a she?
Herbert is a she. Herbert the pervert is a she.
What kind of animal names their daughter Herbert?
A non-pervert.
Wrong. Wrong.
They had a daughter. They're clearly
denied.
How do I get lost so easily? Only about 45 centimeters or 18 inches tall under an overhanging boulder in Dartmoor, England. This is why it's fairies and pixies get mixed up a lot, and I think that the height should be a very clear distinction of the differences versus, one looks deathly while one looks healthy.
Yeah.
But she claims this is a pixie. Under an overhanging boulder in Dartmoor, England, he had a wizened face and was wearing a pointed hat that curved slightly forward in doublet and little short knicker things. Suddenly he vanished. Startled, the young girl ran home and told her mother what she had seen, only to have her mother laugh. 28 years later, in 1925, a then 35-year-old Miss Herbert was riding a horse on the moors of Dartmoor one sunny day. She knew these moors like the back of her hand and was in a well-traveled area when she inexplicably lost her way. She knew the landmarks and places around her, yet was utterly unable to decide which way to go. Realizing that she was likely being confused by pixies playing with her, Herbert took action, turning her pockets inside out as a powerful charm against fairy magic. This did the trick. Everything around her became familiar again, and she was able to ride home safely.
Wait, so she basically just whipped out like a Pandora bracelet and went, "Be gone, bitch!"
Just whipped her pockets out.
Like it was prison?
Yeah. Hold my pocket, bitch.
So where are we going? What are we doing tonight?
So I posted a picture earlier this week of the famous pixie skeleton. James Cornyn of Wilmington, North Carolina, claims to have discovered the remains of a pixie in a falcon's nest while exploring the Rocky Mountains in 2017. Some articles claim scientists concluded they are legit, some say they aren't, but most simply say there are no real results released, and that the evidence is all unconclusive. Now, just like so many other things, the government will cover things up to hide from the people, so maybe James did find a skeleton, but I'm not so sure, honestly.
I don't know if we should leave him or not. I'd need, like, to see it myself for real.
I could... Because they're saying it's a pixie and not a fairy, that's why I'm a lot more skeptical.
It just doesn't seem right because pixies should not be that fucking tall.
No, my thing is, when pixies die, they leave ash instead of bones.
Yeah. It would have been a pile of ash. Oh, wait. A pile of ash would have just gone with the wind.
Yeah. So a fairy, I'm not really sure entirely what happens when they die. I've never experienced it myself. But I would believe that more would have a skeleton than a pixie.
Yeah, I think that a fairy would have a skeleton. Mainly because they don't look like they're on the verge of death.
Yeah, right?
I'm pretty sure that's why they turn to ash when they die, because they already look like death.
Yeah. I actually mentioned in a previous episode, I think, about my encounter with pixies. How me and my friend were surrounded, and the more we killed, the more would take their place. And the thing is, when you kill a pixie, you know it's a pixie if they leave a smudge of ash on you or your weapon.
Yeah.
In fact, the first one we killed was because he had a protective shielding over both of us, just in general, because that was a heavily pixie area. And I guess one of them tried to attack me, and it instantly got vaporized. And then that just made more attack me. And then at first I thought it was bugs attacking me. But then it just started getting a lot stabbier.
Yeah, you don't want stabby.
Yeah, you don't want stabby.
Excuse me, I heard we were going stab happy!
But so they live about 20 years, but until the 20-year mark, pixies don't necessarily stay dead. More often, they awaken back in their home or like fairy world, whatever, or pop up somewhere else on the earth, just wherever their body is, I guess.
So it's kind of like a phoenix.
Kind of, but they don't appear out of their own ash. They appear somewhere else.
Yeah.
And
really
when they
weird.
come back with a fucking vengeance.
Oh yeah, they come back and they're even more pissed off.
And they bring even more pixies with their fucking...
Yeah, they're like, alright, let's gang up on this asshole!
and how we handled them was, honestly, I don't really know how to handle a pixie army, because all I did was open a portal and throw them all in there. Only a couple of them, like, didn't get sucked into the portal. And so all of...
At least you got the majority of them.
Yeah, no, like... At least a couple thousand are trapped in a dimension they can't leave. And then a couple hundred from this region are still here, but they're so few in numbers now that they're just fucking scattered and afraid.
Sounds about right.
They can't really do anything with those few numbers. They are meant to be a locust.
Yeah. It's swarm.
Yeah.
It's better for them to attack in swarms, because it gives them the numbers advantage.
Like, they are very much a child strength, but very aggressive race.
Yeah.
And while they can have weapons to attack you, they're not going to be bigger than a little twig.
A toothpick.
Yeah. They're not that strong. They're aggressive and they are strategic sometimes, but they are still mostly instinct. And they are not that big or strong.
Or intelligent.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got on pixies and fairies, unless you got something else. Unless you want to talk about Tooth Fairy or Tinkerbell.
Oh, God. Well, I can't remember what mythology it was, but there is a fairy that I know about that it's called the Tooth Fairy, but what it actually does is it will devour all the flesh and then spit it back out until they hit teeth. And they'll take the teeth and they'll just, like, munch on them. And they attack in swarms.
Like piranha.
Yes. Little tiny tooth fairy piranhas that throw you up on the floor.
Do you know the lore of just regular Tooth Fairy?
Not really, but I don't really want to get into the Tooth Fairy because there are parts of it that are just we'd need to do like a whole its own standalone thing, because even the Tooth Fairy by itself, like just the regular Tooth Fairy, actually has a shit ton of mythology.
Oh, really?
And it's
Okay.
kind of funny because I never really noticed it until I started actually like looking up about the Tooth Fairy and stuff, and I'm like, where the hell did this stuff come from?
Well, dang! I thought it was just I thought that would be like a little paragraph.
Oh no, it's a little bit like Krampus. Krampus has
A whole
I think
thing.
like 4 or 5 different mythologies, but its main one is German.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have another episode for that then.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other fairy pixie lore or stories?
Not that I can think of.
I've got an elf one, but I'll save that for when we cover elves and dwarves and shit.
Yeah.
So, that's all I got, folks. Follow us on Instagram and send in some tips, suggestions, and questions. Catch us next week when we cover our next horror.
That's all, folks.
Keep your wits about you. Hunters, signing out.